Hi guys, I'm at Dubai Autodrome today and I'm about to go out in this Porsche GT3 with Mr. JWW. Good morning everyone, happy Friday. Come with me today for quite an exciting day to the Dubai Autodrome where we will just be having a kind of track day. I'm going with Mr. JWW who, if you don't know who he is and you like cars of any description, go check out his YouTube channel because it's pretty sick. And before we go there, I'm going to be going to Driven Coffee with my dad for some breakfast, which is just like a little car cafe type thing, a lot cooler than I just made it sound. But yeah, come along with me to the track today.
All I want is certain. 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 All I want is certain.
Jesus, loud outside. We're going in the Porsche GT3. I'm slightly terrified.
So just stick on a normal helmet, sorry, a normal belt, and it'll be fine.
Belt.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So this will be a bit of fun.
Oh no.
Right, this guy's going to ask you to hold up that arm.
Oh no, so this.
You're all done up, yeah. Cool. All right. So what we're going to do is a warm-up lap. So the out lap isn't that fast.
Yeah.
And then after we've got some temperature in the brakes, in the tyres,
yeah,
then we'll have it a bit. It'll be a bit of fun.
Okay. Has Dad ever been in this car with you?
No.
He's such a wet. Oh, I shouldn't say that because he'll watch this.
So weird.
God, it's quite big.
Yeah, when you get on it, I mean this race circuit, because it's a full sort of FIA certified racetrack,
yeah,
they'll do 24-hour endurance series here, which is
oh, is that what that guy was doing? Oh my
proper cars, as it were.
fucking god. This isn't fast, are you taking the piss?
Basically on ice, right?
Oh my god.
Okay, let's have a go. Of going slow, yeah, to make sure all of the components of the car cool down. Okay. Because we've been hammering the brakes, we're hammering the tyres, everything just gets super hot. And if you were to go straight in and just park in the pits, yeah, all of these components don't thermally optimize.
Okay. You had to put a lot of trust in James. Yeah, I think Formula 1 drivers are now psycho. Okay, what was it like? I'd say at the beginning I did have my eyes closed, and then he said that was the warm-up lap, so we weren't even going that fast, so that very much scared me. Also thought we were only doing one lap, turned into several. The corners were really scary because you like go right into them and then like cut back across. And anytime another car was near us, also Semi cried because he would go like right next to them, and then I just thought he was being competitive and wanted to overtake, which is even scarier because then the other cars would get competitive and like kind of speed him as well. So that was another moment, closed my eyes. Then when we got on the straights, he would just like put his foot down and go as fast as possible. Yeah, there were several moments of closing my eyes. And then there was moments like I was just too scared, like I didn't actually speak. Like I was just like holding my breath. And then James kept going, "Are you okay?" Because I wasn't making a noise. And then he explained at the end that we have to do like a cool down lap to make all the components of the cars cool down, which I didn't know. So that was very cool. The best part was probably the straights, even though they were terrifyingly fast. Because the bends were just, like there was times like he would like go into a bend and then he'd have to like readjust the steering wheel. That was so scary because the car would just like shake. And then times we went over like the side of the track, which was like slightly raised, so like we'd kind of cut a corner. That was scary because my side of the car would like raise up. But I mean, it was fun. I can say I've done it. But you definitely have to trust your driver. Like, I wouldn't just get in a car with a random driver. I trusted James, so that was the only reason I got in the car. James is a very good driver. He's definitely a competitive driver, I'd say. He probably would say he's not even going that fast because I was in the car, but he was going pretty flipping fast. But yeah, it was a good experience. And we were in the Porsche, and he said that this was slow comparison to the McLaren Senna, so that's also terrifying. But yeah, I definitely respect, I don't want to say I didn't respect Formula One drivers before, but I now appreciate how scary it is. It's not just driving a car. Those bends, the bends specifically are awful. They're so scary. So yeah, they go a lot faster than you think, and it's a lot like harder than you think, I'd say. Would I ever do a track day? I'd say I would need to have the track all to myself, because I would probably drive like a granny at the beginning. And yeah, having lots of people, like it's so loud here. If you've never been here before, I don't think you can appreciate how loud some of the engines are. So I think it would take me quite a few times to get confident. I mean, I would, but don't think I'd ever reach the speed that these guys can go to, especially around the corners. Like going around at high speed on a corner is just, it's kind of mind-blowing. Very cool car. I think it's a really like unique color. It's like bright yellow. And in Dubai, you definitely stand out, especially with the number plates. We've had everybody ask about where the number plates are from. I think it just looks pretty sick. And it goes very fast, and it's terrifying that this car is like slow in comparison to that car over there. That's the fast car. But this is fast enough for me. So this is the McLaren Senna. This is apparently like the best car to drive on the racetrack. Well, I mean, my car knowledge isn't like amazing, but I'd say it looks pretty unique. Because it's the highest spec McLaren Senna in the world. And if you can see, it's like a Lennox green is what it's called. So it's a very cool, like dark green that with the yellow, I think really stands out when you're on the road. This car really stands out when you're just on a normal road, never mind on a track. So the yellow accents here are a nod to the Brazilian flag because Brazil was the home of Ayrton Senna. And here on the side is the signature of Ayrton Senna. It's not the most elegant thing to get into. But yeah, the seats are like, they kind of hug you, which I feel like when you're going really fast would make you feel a bit safer, because in the Porsche, you literally just, well like here, you just have a seat belt, but I feel like having this around you kind of feels like some extra protection. So I hope you enjoyed my day at Dubai Autodrome, racing with Mr. JWW, learning some cool facts about some pretty sick cars, and watching me basically shit myself on track. I don't think I'll ever be doing it again, but it was good to do it.